Definitely. Now I see that we're joined by our Chief Investments Officer, Rian Fantafeifer. Hi, Rian. How are you?
Gabby, very well. Nice and wet in the Cape, so we feel blessed.
Indeed. Rian, thank you so much for joining us today. You're actually joining at the perfect time. I was just going to talk through how it works, how we structure structure our aggregate and structure our SPVs and actually deliver what we raise from our investors to the sponsors. So I would love to share my screen and then Rian actually have you just talk us through components of this. And jump in where and when you can, Rian, and then we'll talk more specifically about some of the current sponsors that we have and the deals that we're offering from them.
No problem.
Awesome.
So how chip in.
Amazing. So how does this work? Well, it starts with our sponsors. We partner with a broad range of sponsors to provide investment opportunities specifically to you, our investor community. We carefully select our sponsors to be the best in class with established track records. And I'll ask Rian just a little bit later on to talk through what that due diligence and vetting process is for our sponsors and for the deals that they present to us. We then provide these investment opportunities that are presented by our sponsors to you on our marketplace. And you saw how quickly and easily you can access those opportunities on our marketplace.
Gabby, just quickly, we're seeing the other slide, not the presenter slideshow, the other slide. You know, we see the slides with the notes.
Sorry, thank you. Okay. All right. You can browse our current deals and opportunities. And then once we have closed a deal for investment on our platform, it has been fully funded or we've reached the closing date, we create a dedicated legal entity or a special purpose vehicle or SPV. And that SPV is a legal company or structure that is set up for that deal in which all of the investors are shareholders based on their differing investment amounts. That SPV is then investing directly into the offering in question through the sponsor. That sponsor will run the asset for the full term of the deal, implementing their business plan as they presented to us and to you. And where relevant, they will make their quarterly distributions. These distributions are paid to you as an investor directly into your transactional account or your wallet on our marketplace.
Gabby, if I can just jump in there, if you don't mind. A few things of importance, I think, to the participants, if you can just go back. In terms of the commercial investment opportunities, so I think where we differentiate ourselves is that we would like to partner with sponsors with capacity. So in other words, what we do within the supply team and within the investment team is that we do a lot of work in terms of the sponsor due diligence, so that when we approve a sponsor, that although there is a due diligence done on the deal level, the level of due diligence at deal level is less onerous than at sponsor level. And that's why we do so much work on the sponsor at inception, and we ensure capacity. But in the end then, once we trust the sponsor and we believe we've got a good quality sponsor, we do the due diligence, but we do not question certain things within a geographic area. So if a sponsor says to us, for example, in Salt Lake City, Utah, this is the rental growth over the last 5 years, we don't go and double check that because we've already DD'd the sponsor. The second thing that I just want to mention, which I think is very important, is that SPV component that you spoke of. So why that SPV is so important is that we are aggregating individual investors at SPV level. And the importance of that is that there's now one single institutional investor into the deal at sponsor level. And that allows us to improve cost and returns, because many sponsors do not want to deal with 1,000 people around the world. And through that aggregation of in that SPV, they see us as a corporate, as an institutional investor. Hence, we can get away with a 250, a 500, $1 million raise within a 24 million deal, for example. And then also just another thing that I just want to give peace of mind to investors and to the participants is that we recently got a legal opinion, which we knew, but it's all about rubber stamping, which is important within the world of compliance, is that our SPV is not an alternative investment fund. Hence, the SPV is not a collective investment scheme in the UK. So in other words, what that means is that we can rely on exemptions in terms of prospective directives, in terms of accepting EU investors into our structures and things like that. So in essence, the legality of our SPV got rubber stamped as well.
Brilliant. Thank you, Rian. And we'll talk a bit more about our compliance process and how we select and designate our sponsors just now. But I think that provides great clarity for our current investors on this seminar, just to understand the layers of compliance and risk management that we offer. And just here, speaking to it again, we are an authorized Category 1 financial service provider, offering real estate and other asset class opportunities to investors across the globe. We cover investor due diligence, or the KYC, Know Your Customer AML process. We do heavy sponsor due diligence, deal level compliance. With our digital wallets provider, Lemonway, we can offer money movement and holding clients' money compliantly. Structure, setup, compliance, and reporting, as well as adhering to marketing, investor acquisition regulations, and data protection guidelines like GDPR in Europe, for example. How we do this is...
my apologies, if I can just jump in there again.
Sure.
You invited me to jump in, so I'm doing it. So my apologies for that. And I think for the participants, the significance of this authorized Category 1 FSP is the fact that within legislation, there is now protection for investors. If there is, for example, negligence or whatever the case might be, if the solution is a non-FSCA solution, a service provider can easily just say, you know what, it's non-approved, we're not regulated by the FSCA, we disclose to you, you can lose all your money, you actually don't have any recourse, right? So with this FSP of ours, it provides investors with protection in terms of legislation. And I think that is a key point.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And then the second thing, Gabby, sorry, about our wallets is also that what the implication is for investors, it's peace of mind. We call it cash custody. Mm-hmm. Cash custody is simply the control over the movement of the cash. With whom does it sit? And it does not sit with us. So that means that we provide instructions of where the money go, but we do not control the money. And in numerous cases where things went wrong in the past, not with us, but with other providers, is that the companies had the ability to dip into investors' funds, which we deliberately decided not to do through an external payment service provider and external cash custody.
Absolutely. And I think that's so critical to highlight, Rian, and that's who Lemonway is as our digital service, digital wallets provider. They are certified and accredited in the EU. So they are held accountable to all EU and UK financial regulations, the regulatory bodies, and a very critical decision that we made some time ago to partner with them to allow that independence from a money holding and money movements perspective for our investors. We also partner with Alpha Cube Capital and Capital International Group in order to fulfill all compliance regulations and mitigate risk for both ourselves, our sponsors, and most importantly, our investors on our marketplace. We have also very recently partnered with Tax Consulting South Africa, one of the country's largest independent tax practices. They have been around for quite some time. They're composed of over 140 professionals that offer an extensive menu of tax offerings, including tax immigration and tax guidance when investing offshore through structures similar to ours. And we'll actually hear from Tax Consulting at 12 o'clock today, where you can ask them some additional questions about what they do, understand how they can support you as an investor in our structure.